years. For those
38 to be precise.
How is that? How is your wife, and how does she deal with all of these things that you are involved with? And you're happy. You're very happy. You look very happy, very contented, very
Of course,
steady.
I mean, you see, every marriage has ups and downs, right? I mean, if you have been walking a rose path all your life, you're lying. That is nonsense, right? But we've always had great communication. Great communication and great sharing of things, right? I wrote all these books. Everything was edited by her, and she has no problem in cutting and chopping whatever I write.
Was she a mean editor?
Brutal. Right? But it works. It works very well. And then then Candle Aid, right? We work together. So writing, of course. In fact, for your information, I just told a week ago to get a private pilot's license.
So she will be flying you around.
I don't think so, because she doesn't want to. But I mean, we've had a great life. Raised two great kids, which is very important, and they got married to two great people. We got lovely grandchildren. So I can categorically state that I've been very blessed.
Okay, Ryan, I think it's time to go for a short break. So let's just go for that break and come back, because we have lots more to talk with Captain Sri Lanka on a Wednesday morning. We've been having a very interesting conversation with Captain Elmo. If you just tuned in, just to give you a little introduction again about Captain Elmo, he is actually a senior pilot, an instructor, a Gratian Prize winner, and also he does a lot of humanitarian work, and we were actually talking about the Candle Aid organization, Brian.
Yep. And Captain, people watching right now, all this achievement, they're probably a little bit intimidated by you.
For what reason?
Because you're very accomplished. They're probably thinking, how is it to approach Captain Elmo?
I don't think there's any problem in anybody approaching me for anything. That I can say without any problem, because I think I am who I was all my life. All these things are, transitory things. You win the Gratian, or you fly an aeroplane, right? And you run a humanitarian organization. I don't think it changes the core values of a person in any way. I don't think so. I mean, what difference would it make whether I flew a jet to New York or whether I wrote a book? I mean, we're just normal people, isn't it?
That's also one of the major things that struck me. Captain, you are not the type of person who likes your name highlighted. It seems for a lot of the projects, you're there, but it's more like you're in the backstage. Which brings me to the question: how do you raise your kids to be like that? To think that it's important to help and not being acknowledged for helping.
The thing is, long years ago I read somewhere that there's no limit to the amount of good you can do in this world if you only don't care who gets the credit. And I think it's a very, 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 very wise set of words. And we raised kids, told them what they should do, and I think we all have a primary duty in this planet to do what little we can for others when we can. Otherwise, I think you get pretty isolated in that pinnacle, whatever you are, right? I mean, what is it? Do you think you would have called me for an interview if I told you that I'm flying aeroplanes? There are so many pilots.
That is probably true.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It is true. It is true.
And just speaking for myself, when I started learning about you, I decided just to read about you, which actually scared me because I might not have the question, because I kind of know just the information. But it's incredible. With people that you have accomplished, is there any regret that you feel like I should have done something different at this time in my life? Say past project that you've. Is there ever time that, or you just move on?
No, I don't think. I may have made mistakes here and there. I mean, we all do, but I don't think there was anything that happened in my life that I regret, because I just move on. That's all. Yes.
Well, actually, when we were talking to Captain Elmo a little earlier, I actually did find something quite unique about Ryan as well. She seems to be a little sensitive because she did say, you know, listening to Captain Elmo's stories, that she almost had tears in her eyes.
I actually told him that might be my problem, because we do have a common friend, and he considers him a very more of a son. And I was moved when I learned that we know him. So it's just things like that. I'm gonna shut up.
Okay, right. Actually, Captain Elmo, I mean, you did say that, you know, there are people who want to help, but they just don't know how to. So, is there any way that they can contact your organization in terms of reaching out?
I mean, it's very simple. www.candleaid.org. It has everything.
So it's www.candleaid.org. That's very so if it's just even 20 coconuts that you want to donate, simply log in and maybe you'll find a channel to get through and actually donate.
Or even just being extra eyes.
Extra eyes.
Yeah, be in the pool. Do you really need to have to know how to swim to be an extra eye?
No, but you need
as long
to be
as
taught.
you're not like submerged completely,
but you
right?
need to be taught.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
That was his way of saying this might not be for your eyes. So they're swimming on the deep end.
Would you believe these blind children, right? I was there every day almost. On the third day, they were jumping from the deep end, and I was a bit concerned with the coach. But then you trust the coach and you don't want to interfere in what that lady was doing. But she was 100% right. And they just jumped.
There goes my voluntary work.
And I have to also ask you this, Captain. Touching back on something you said a little earlier about the people who don't care and the people who do care. Now, since you are a person who has been involved in such humanitarian projects, you would have come across all sorts of people, especially in these categories which you spoke about. So in your opinion, the people who don't care, is there a way of changing them, tapping them?
I think so. Of course, you know, there's a thin line that you draw between a person who just don't care and the person who's sleeping, right? So the important thing is you ask them two questions. Very simple. I can ask you, have you ever done anything for anybody who's not connected to you? You don't have to answer, but you ask yourself. If the answer is no, then my second question would be, would you be thinking of doing that someday? And if the answer is no for that also, I think you got your marbles mixed up. It's as simple as that. But if you think, no, I'm going to do something, that's a different story then.
I see.
It's very simple, isn't it?
I see. So have you like come across like many people who don't care and you've actually managed to get on?
Oh, so many. So many.
And probably their lives would have changed that instant as well.
And it's unbelievable because, you see, most of the time it's a man who's sleeping. You know, it's not that people really don't care, it's just that they have not done it. They haven't woken up, they haven't seen something, or they think the problem is so immense, what little I do is not going to make a difference, all that kind of thing. So, but if you just tell
I'm just a person. I'm just a person.
Yeah.
The concept I'm just a student, I'm just a teacher, I'm just a nurse.
Yeah.
The just.
Yes.
What can you tell our viewers who always say, what can I do? I'm just a housewife. I'm just a worker.
Can I tell you something? Last week we were looking, we have destitute families who are sponsored by people around the world.